It is your motivational speaker. Glory be to God, because he gets all the glory for the kingdom of God. Monica Stokes, y'all. I'm excited, y'all, on this day to give y'all a word of empowerment, of encouragement, to pour into the spirits, into the hearts, into the souls, into the lives of God's victorious ones. And it's every single one of you. Yes, you that have come across this channel, that have come across this video. I'm excited. And I challenge you on tonight or whenever you come across this video and say, now, whoo, now what? Now is your time. Now is your moment. Now is your time to choose and say, self, woo, you saying it to you now. I've been sleeping, I've been settling, and I've been sitting in cycles. And it's time for me to stop sleeping on myself. It's time for me to stop settling. It's time for me to stop sitting on this step of why me, woe me, and rise up and truly become the victorious me. This you talking to you. And I'm so excited because y'all, I can remember a season in my story. I felt so stuck. I felt so broken. I felt so lost. I felt like I didn't know my identity, and I didn't, y'all. But glory be to God. And I say that because he gets all the glory, y'all. He gives me the strength. He gives me the endurance. He gives me the wisdom. He has given me this gift to be able to pour, to encourage, and to empower from my pain. All of this that y'all get to hear has been grown through pain. God cultivated and gave me this voice from my pain. The old me, and I'll just tell y'all a little bit about who's speaking to you on tonight. Because y'all need to know who's speaking to you. You don't need to just think, oh, this is just somebody that popped up on my feed. Y'all excuse me, I had to fix my hair. This, what y'all hear, what the words that God give me come from my past pain. And through that, God woke me up to my God-given purpose, my God-given identity. And with that being said, he has told me, Holy Spirit has told me, he said, I need you to wake up every victorious one all over the world that feel like they stuck, that feel like they broken, that feel like they lost, they feel like they misunderstood, because that was the old version of me, the victim me. The me that didn't know how to raise up and truly be the authentic me, the bold me, the courageous me, the victorious me. So I talk the way I talk because God rose me from the darkness into his marvelous light. Woo! So sometimes I may be too much for some people. But Holy Spirit literally spoke this to me, and it's crazy because I had a quote come across my screen not too long ago, and I want to welcome all of y'all to the live on tonight. It is not by accident nor coincidence y'all came across this channel. My name is Monica Stokes, and I'm ready to pour into every single victorious one, yes, you, that came across this channel on tonight. Because God said you get to choose, woo, your victory. Hey tonight, 222. Hey tonight, Brother Keith. Y'all welcome to the live. As y'all are coming in, I want y'all to boldly drop your location in the comments. Boldly drop I'm victorious. And I say boldly because for so long talking to you, you've been hiding from you. Woo! You may be too much for some people. Why? Because God said you're not meant to please everybody. For me, for instance, I'm not meant in purpose to talk to everybody. I'm purposed to wake up the victorious ones that are connected to what God has put in me to wake y'all up to. And I say that to y'all because for so long I knew I was different and I didn't know why. Woo! So that may be you on tonight. You're like, I don't know why I'm so different. God say, because I'm calling you higher. I'm calling you to authentically and boldly and courageously be the victorious you. It's so much out here in the world that'll cause you to think you have to water yourself down. You got to dim yourself down, that you too bright for everybody else. Y'all ever go outside, and this just happened to me recently, and I was driving. And I was like, God, this sun is just blinding me. Put your shades on. So that's what we need to feel whenever you may walk into a room and you being the new you. You just being the you who God has birthed from your pain. Because as you are built being the victorious you. I'm just being real. You're going to become so healed that you're not going to be worrying about what other people say. And I'm saying this out of love, but God say be real with them. Because God said you dimming who you called to be to please other people. And God said you're not meant to please everybody. God said please me. Woo! Be who he called you to be. For so long you've been hiding the light that God put in you. God said he needs you to shine, shine, shine. He did not birth you to sit, be dim. He did not birth you. I said it. He did not create you to sit in the brokenness of who you used to be. And that's who I'm called to speak to, the broken you, to help you raise up out of that brokenness. And I'm just grateful, like I said on tonight, y'all, because God said, I need you to go up there and I need you to speak, encourage, empower every victorious one that is led to this channel on tonight. And that is every single one of y'all. And I'm so grateful, like I said, if you in a season of feeling like you stuck, if you in a season where you feel like you need validation, approval, from everybody else, and you're recognizing that that's not working for you. I'm breaking it down because God says, slow down and break it down. If right now in your life, you ripping and running and ripping to please everybody else. You being saying yes, 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 yes to all the phone calls, all the text messages, all everybody else needs you to do. Yes, 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 yes. God say, and you can't even catch up to understand that some of those invitations, are not meant for you to keep saying yes to, because that may be the invitations that's blocking you, from saying yes to the real you. And you got to be all right with it. God say it again. You gonna have to be all right. In my southern slang, y'all. I'm in Georgia, by the way. You gonna have to be okay with being in seasons, because that's where God does his best work, I feel like. When God say it's time for you to start saying no to people, places, habits, mindsets that are not becoming of you walking into your true, authentic boldness of who I created you to be. And when I say boldness, I'm not talking about loud. No. That's just how I talk. When I say boldness, I'm talking about you authentically, boldly saying, you know what? This settling, it ain't working for me. This me sitting here sleeping and stuck, it ain't working for me. Me going into rooms, me sitting at tables, me entertaining conversations, me watching and listening to things that is not pertaining to me truly becoming who God called me to be. This you squaring up with you. That ain't working for me. Me pretending that I'm happy in certain relationships, it ain't working for me. Me settling in environments that I have outgrown, it ain't working for me. And you know that it ain't working for you when you wake up and you're truly not happy with your life. I'm just being real with you. You get a instant gratification because you feel like it's okay sometimes to be stuck in certain relationships. But then after a while, you start noticing this relationship is not becoming of me. This relationship is not who I'm called to be. And it's not about the person you with, because it's not about that. We're going to talk about real talk. We ain't talking about that surface level. This talk is about you squaring up with you, saying, self, this is me settling to the version that I have settled to be. I'm just talking real. And if you don't want to hear real talk, maybe this ain't a word for you. But if you like this word a little squirmy, because I need to hear real, because this fake stuff, it ain't working for me. And when I got in my season, y'all, of that fake stuff not working for me, keep hearing words. I'm just about to be real. God said, pour it out. Hearing words of what I wanted to hear. Putting myself in relationships that I wanted to be in. Until God put me in a season. He like, all right, this was my story. And I'm going to share it with y'all because it's going to resonate with somebody. I was putting myself in relationships, doing things my way, habits my way. Not slowing down to understand that I truly was not happy. And two, I start getting used to chaos. Is that you on tonight? You used to chaos, meaning you used to settling. Every day you wake up and your itinerary is already filled, meaning on your schedule, you already know you about to wake up, settle, be stuck, go to sleep, and wake up and do it again. I'm being real because I want you to hear realness. If right now in your life you like, I'm not really seeing growth. I'm really not seeing me becoming the real me. I'm really seeing myself comparing to everybody else. I'm seeing myself compromising my peace to please everybody else. And God said, you don't have to do that. Just yesterday, glory be to God, and she'll know who she is as I say this part of the video on tonight. I was speaking to a near and dear friend of mine, and she looked at me and she said, and how are you doing? And when I tell you, it felt so good to look her in her face and say, I'm at peace. I'm at peace. Sometimes we'll be in seasons and we'll forget what we prayed for. Peace. This peace that I'm in, I prayed for it. But I had to sacrifice, meaning I had to let go of relationships, environments, mindsets that weren't working for me. So if you in this season of, I want peace, I don't feel like I have peace, that's when you got to square up with you. You got to check your itinerary. I said it. Your schedule. And say, self, what's on my schedule? What's on my itinerary? What have I been watching? What have I been listening to? Who been pouring into my life? What activities have I been doing that's been keeping me stuck, sleeping on myself? What cycles is keeping me in bondage? And I just want to wake you up to that, because it's when you square up with you, when you reflect within you, when you analyze within you, you're able to say, you know what? That particular relationship that I'm in, that I chose to be in, that I'm a part of, you facing you being real with you like, I may need to start moving a little differently. What environments have I been going in that I may have outgrown? It may be time for me to give the gift of goodbye so I can say hello to me. Talking to you. The newness of you is not because of a new year. Yes, we about to go into year 2026. God's will. Because we don't know what tomorrow holds. But we know God has a hope and a future for us. That Jeremiah 29:11. God has better for us. We ask for the victory. We ask for transformation. We ask for new. God say, okay, you want new? Well, it's going to require you to do the new thing. You want the victory? Well, it's time for you to do the work that's required of you to get that victory. We ask for so much from God, and all God asks us to do is to come back to him. And that's what God literally gave me to talk to us on tonight, y'all. God said, you have not done too much. God said, I will meet you right where you are. I never forget, my pastor was speaking, Justin Mitchell, who I love and adore, and I consider him my mentor, by the way, y'all. He was speaking at a service one Sunday, and he said, like, think about you as a car, going to the car wash. God don't need you going to him sparkly clean. And that used to be the mindset I used to have. God, I done done too much. What God gonna do with my life? But I'm here to give you a mindset shift on what God do for you. God meets you right where you are. Because that's where he take your story and he get the glory. So on today, if you like, meet me where I'm at, wherever you at, whatever mistake you done made. And I don't want you to ever think you done too much. Because God has many individuals in the Bible, y'all. Adulterers, murderers, backstabbers, people that turn their back on God. Come on. All of those individuals in the Bible, God used them as a living testimony to be the glory of who he has called to be victorious. That's the word I'm using. God gonna use all of your mess, come on, all of our mess, and he uses it for his glory. That's why I'm just so grateful, y'all, when God say, daughter, I need you to go speak to him. Because there's somebody out there that feel like they done too much. And God said, you haven't. Woo! And this is something he gave me, and I'm going to share it with y'all because I am. Sometimes we be like, I don't want people to see my scars. Woo! I don't want people to see my mistakes. But when you get real with you like, I need them to understand what God rose me out of. Because they're going to be able to look at your life and say, ain't no way that's your testimony. Woo! And you're going to be like, yeah, that was me. But with that being you, you're able to say, you know what? Now I have the purpose that I needed from that. God will take your scars, as evidence of your story. I have scars on me, y'all, and I'm going to just reveal it to y'all. There's a scar right here on my face. I don't know if y'all can see it. Right there. That's kind of covered up, but it's right there. That scar right there is a reminder of something traumatic that happened to me in my past. But sometimes I even forget that it's right there. Another scar that's on my body that's going to be there for the rest of my life is a scar that I have of when I gave birth to my triplets, y'all. I had a C-section when I gave birth to them. So that's a scar that's always going to be with me. But both of those scars are a reminder that I made it through it. This scar right here, out of tragedy. Another scar, a C-section scar that I have on me. God say, when it thought, it had you. Whatever scar you may have. I don't know. It may be a physical scar like me, like right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. I hope y'all can. There's a scar right there on my face, and there's a scar of a C-section scar. You said a few scars. Yes, yes. God said, talk about the scars. Come on. Woo. And y'all probably would have never noticed that, but it's right there. And of course, you can't see the C-section scar, y'all. And they 16, but that scar is still on me. Thank you, Brother Keith, and thank you. God takes them scars. I'm telling you. And he said, that's just your reminder that you ain't no longer over there bleeding. Come on, you just healed from that stuff. Woo! So even when God make you victorious, that don't mean you're not going to be so healed that you're going to forget your past. Listen, y'all, I still remember things of my past. I'll sometimes think of places that I used to go to, and I'm like, I remember that. But then you're able to say, man, but look, I am no longer that person any longer. That's how you get the victory over your story. You say, no longer am I that person. I'm victorious now. And you able to say, you know what? I'm authentically going to be him. I'm talking to y'all, by the way. I'm talking, but I'm talking to you. Woo! And if I'm talking to you, I want you to put a V in the comments. V for victory. And even if on today you're like, I don't feel like I'm victorious, well, it's the channel for you. Because that's a secret that I want to share to y'all. I was so broken when I started becoming who God called me to be. I was so broken. I was so lost. I was so confused. But I said, you know what? This how I had to talk to me. Yes, put a V, baby, because we're victorious. We are not victim of our past. We are not who we used to be. So God says it's time for you to talk like the victorious you. It's time for you to walk like the victorious you. It's time for you to move like the victorious you. Like I said, the new you is not because a new year. Yes, it's a beautiful thing when we get a new year. But God say, be the victorious you now. Let go of people, places, habits, and mindsets that is not aligned up with you being who God called you to be. I challenge y'all to do that. Take inventory over your life. And just like I did a reel not too long ago, I talked about the uncomfortable. Growth is not comfortable. Neither is being stuck. Neither is settling. So it's like, pick which one you want. Do you want to stay the victim you, or do you want to say, you know what? I'm about to really bet and take the chance and become the victorious me. Because me sitting here settling, I got to keep saying it because I want you to feel this thing. Me sitting here settling, it ain't working for me. Me sitting here sleeping on myself, it ain't working for me. Me sitting here not boldly being who God called me to be, it ain't working for me. Woo! Me sitting and going into environments when this don't even feel right. God will bring people in your life, woo, that will pour into you. And I'm so grateful of the circle of people that God has poured and put into my life. It's not a large circle. Whoo. So right now you like, I don't have a lot of people that got my back. God got your back, your front, your side, and he'll bring the right people. He brought you to this channel. Because this channel ain't for everybody. Woo. This channel is for those of you out there that really like, you know what? It's time for me to get the victory. It's time for me to be the real me. It's time for me to truly know what my purpose is. Because I'm tired of not knowing what my purpose is. Because that was me. I was like, what is my purpose, God? But I had to wake up to the victorious me in order to be comfortable with her. And I'm saying that to you. Sometimes we don't even know who we called to be because we're okay with being stuck. We're okay with being mediocrity. God say, don't be okay with that because he has not called, picked, assigned you to be settled, stuck, sleeping. God say, I have called you higher from all of that, y'all. And it just take you to make the decision. It is as simple as that. I used to thought I had to have it all together. That ain't what it is. God will take you as you are. Like I was saying about the car wash thing. We don't take our clean car to the car wash. Woo! So God said, I don't need your self-righteous self. Come on. You know it all self. I got it all together self to come to me. God said, I need the broken. I need the lost. I need the ones that feel like I can't take it no more. Because that's when he takes your story, talking to you. Woo! And he started doing this thing. Woo! He started making all things work together for the good. The bad, the good, the ugly, the messy. That's what he do. That Romans 8:28. He'll take it all to work together for your good. That's when you're not going to be ashamed of your past. That's when you're not going to be ashamed of your past mess. That's when you're not going to be ashamed being the victorious you. I had somebody once tell me, you always happy. They said to me, y'all, they said, you just always happy. They see the version of me that God has risen me up out of. But if only they knew, I once felt like the mud. I once felt like I was so buried. I once felt like I was so lost. I once felt like I wasn't good enough. I once felt like I was too broken to even be withstanding and being around. I once thought. But I'm so grateful. God helped me to see myself differently. And that's what this channel is for. I got to keep saying that because God says somebody need to hear that. And I want my testimony to be a living testimony to show you what God will do. He'll transform your life so that when people meet the new you, they're not going to understand you. They're going to be like, why you always so happy? Why you always feel like you at peace? Seem like you at peace? Why? People are going to question who you are. And you're going to be able to say, look at them and say, it was God. It was God. Because God took my past. God took my mistakes. God took my sorrow. And he gave me grace through it all. My pastor spoke on that thing today. Grace through it all. Grace on top of grace, on top of grace, on top of grace. That's what God does, y'all. He give us grace to wake up each and every day to be the new us. So that's what I'm saying to you. Just in case y'all didn't know this stuff. God is not mad at you. God is like, I'm bringing, your sister, because I'm y'all sister, for to tell you a little story about her past. I used to be ashamed of my past. I used to be ashamed of my testimony. But now God uses it for his glory. It's time when God invites me to speak to certain events about my past, about my testimony, about a violent situation, relationship I used to be in, y'all. That's where I was telling y'all this scar came from. Come on. I done been through some stuff. But God has rose in my life out of that because I had to choose it. Say, you know what, self, woo, I know God has more for me. Me sitting here in chaos. Me sitting here thinking I got to stay stuck. Me sitting here thinking I need the validation of the world. Woo. And if that's you feeling like, I need people to validate me. I need people to pick me. Well, I'm here to help shake that thing up in you to wake you up and say, that ain't what you need. It's a freedom and there is a peace. There is a freedom and there is a peace when you're not worrying about other people validating you, picking you, choosing you. God wake you up. And that's what he's doing on tonight or whenever you come across this video or as you growing. He wakes you up. And I say that because that's what he do. It's like we be walking around sleeping on ourselves. Say, I ain't going to say that because they might look at me funny. Ooh. I'm going to sit here in this shell because they might say something. But God say, I have called you to be free. We sitting here worrying what other people say, and God say, you being the authentic you, the bold you, the victorious you, it's going to wake other people up. They gonna say, it's something different about him talking to you, Brother Keith. It's something different about her over there talking to you, Peppy. And why? Because God say, some people were so used to you being stuck, broken, lost, and confused, that when you lay low and you grow, you gonna come out so different, so unrecognizable. They gonna ask you, what is it you've been doing? Where you been at? And you gonna say, I had to grow with God. I had to go with God because I had to come out glowing for God. Because me out here, look at that glow, Nisha. Look at that. We talking about glowing right now. You like, I had to go underground a little bit. And what going underground a little bit? It's a little dirty under there. It ain't pretty and it don't feel good to go underground with God. I'm just being real. But that's what God does, his work. That's what he's doing that root work in you. You ain't on there posting on social media. You ain't out here trying to look like you got it all together because you too busy doing a little something. And what is it that you're busy doing? You busy watching stuff like this, real for real stuff that's talking about growth. That's what this channel is for, by the way. If you like, how do I become victorious? How do I grow? Go underground with God. And you going to come out bolder, more courageous, more intentional. Glowing because you've been growing with God. You're going to be unrecognizable to yourself. You're going to say, wow, look what God has done. That's going to be your testimony. So I encourage each and every one of y'all that's a part of this channel, that's a part of this live, to literally be intentional with yourself, with God. It is a personal relationship with God. When you start really being intentional and for real with growing a personal relationship with God, let me tell y'all a little something. And it's not being mean, but I'm just being real. You're not going to have time for anything else that is not aligned up with you growing. I used to say, how people be single? Y'all, I've been single going on 6 years, totally single. Never thought. But it's been in these 6 years that God has done that root work in me. He has helped me to not be so shaken by the stuff that used to shake me. He has helped me to withstand the things that I used to just give up on. He has helped me to cultivate and understand what real self-love is. Self-love is not based on what other people, you need validation from other people. Self-love is when everybody else leave you, when ain't nobody checking on you, you all right with it because you've been loving on you. I used to say, I got to be in a relationship with somebody because I need to have somebody celebrate my birthday with me. I need somebody to celebrate Valentine's Day with me. Y'all, I've been having some of the best birthdays in the last 5 years because I've learned how to celebrate me. Not putting myself in relationships God did not align. It's something about when you really say, you know what? I have to truly align my life for what God has for me. Talking to you. And that's when you're going to say, all along, I've been waiting all this validation. Hey there, Armstrong. How y'all doing on tonight? Y'all, I'm ready to just give y'all these words. And if I'm pouring and if I'm talking, I want y'all to continue to light up these comments on tonight. If y'all have any questions for me in relation to the channel, I'm more than happy to look at them, read them, and from there see about speaking about them. Because I'm here showing up for y'all. My purpose is bigger than me. And once I have learned to realize that, that's when I don't let whatever I may be growing through. Because listen, I have life happen to me too, to stop me. Because I knew in a time and a season of my life where I was sitting and I needed to hear a word. I said it, where I needed a coach that's going to inspire me. And God set up individuals in my life that did that for me. So what am I doing? As God passed the torch on to me, this is my assignment. When God give you an assignment, you like, I got to fulfill it. And God ain't waiting on you to be perfect. God will take you right where you are, with what you have. And he'll blow your mind. He'll take what you have, talking to you, and he'll blow your mind. Because he like, you out here obedient upon me. God say, you growing, becoming a victorious you, and you not waiting on nobody else's approval. And I have to keep pouring that into y'all. Because in the society that we live in, it's like, oh, if I don't get all the validation, I ain't doing it right. If I don't look like how they look, or if I'm not talking how they talking, I ain't doing it right. God say he strategically picked you to talk the way you talk. God say he strategically picked, and Nisha, I love your voice, by the way. I can listen to you talk all day long. I love your voice. He strategically picked you with the sense of humor that you have. So God say, be who he called you to be, boldly, authentically, courageously. People gonna always have something to say. But if those the ones that's doing all the talking, and most of the time the ones that's settling, stuck, and sleep. So don't be worrying when other people got a public opinion. I said it about how you talk, how you being intentional, how you being bold, how you being courageous. God said you just woke to the real now. It's always going to have people on the sidelines, in the stands. And that's where they at. They in the stands. And God said you in the game. But that's where he helped you to not be distracted. So y'all don't be out here letting negativity to stop you. Let it do what it do. It's trying to throw you off. It's trying to make you feel like something wrong with you. That's why I want y'all to truly embrace. I want you to truly embrace who God has called you to be. Yes, you got to let it do what it do while you busy growing. So they so locked in on talking about your hair, you're talking about your glasses, talking about how you talk, when they need to be paying attention to what you saying. I'm talking to all of y'all. Because as you grow, as you don't settle, I'm going to be real with y'all. That persecution, that negativity, it's going to come for you. But that's where God say, I need you to learn and understand who you called to be. I need you to learn and understand and grow to truly love you. Because when you learn, to truly love you, I'm not saying it feel good, but you start recognizing that certain people play their part in your story and you don't go chasing after people. I'm not telling y'all that feel good, because the more you grow within yourself, you're going to have a peace where you feel like, you know what? I got to focus in on me. And it's not being mean. I'm just being real. When you like, I've been doing so much of pouring, chasing after friendships, relationships, validation, comparison, compromising. When you doing all this chasing and you tired in the spirit, you like, I'm tired. And God say, because you've been chasing all this validation, all this love. And God say, stop chasing all that and choose you. Stop chasing all that fake stuff and get locked in with the real you. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, I want y'all to drop them in the comments on tonight. Brother Keith, you got any questions for me on tonight? Miss Nisha, if you still on the live, I want y'all to drop me some questions in the comments. I'm just excited on tonight because God said, go tell them a word. And that's what I do. I probably didn't told y'all about 10 different words. But I just know I just do what God tell me to do. Like I said, sometimes y'all, your coach may stumble over her words. Y'all see at the beginning, I had to fix my little hair. I was trying to fall down. But it ain't about being perfect. It's about being purpose. And that's what I come up here to do, y'all. I'm just a purpose individual speaking from things that I have gone through. And the main thing, like even on tonight that I'm talking about, is the validation of other people. It's going to break you so free and give you so much peace when you stop waiting on other people to cheer you on. And I'm not telling y'all that's easy, because there's certain things that has happened to me even in this year. And I'm like, God, you have blown my mind with that. Ooh. And God said, don't wait on other people's approval, applaud, or appreciation of you. Talking to y'all. As you grow, as God continues to just do what he do in your story, don't anticipate that other people are going to appreciate you. The right people will, though. And I'm learning that, y'all, because I'm the one that felt like I got to give so much of me to everybody else. And God say, I need you to focus. So I'm literally in this season of focusing. So y'all will see me up here giving all I got to this purpose in this season. Because God said, I need you to give it all you got. Because he's giving me peace in other areas of my life that I prayed for. And as he's done that, I'm able to pour where I need to pour. And I'm so grateful for that. So I go to tell y'all that because you may be like, I need peace. God will give you clarity. That's going to help lead you to peace. Meaning, he going to start telling you less of doing whatever that is you need to do less of. He's convicting me. Do less of that, and more of this. And when you align your life up with being obedient to God, y'all, you will see why he set the stage for you to be obedient. And that's why it's a beautiful thing when you say, God, help me with this, because he will. He'll give you strength that's going to help you to not entertain the old stuff. He going to give you strength And he will also give you wisdom to help you to see that you ain't out here to be pleasing everybody. Because y'all, just in case you didn't know it, and I know you know this, but I'm just being kind of funny. Y'all, we have one life to live. We don't get to live 10 lives. We have one life to live. So we get to choose how we gonna live it. We get one life to live. So we get to choose how we gonna live it. Pushback is gonna come. Being misunderstood is part of it. But God say, I have built you to be victorious ones tough. Meaning, he'll keep you with a tender heart, but he'll start showing you, directing and leading you not to be a doormat. And I'm not talking about you walking around being mean. You're going to be able to walk away from people, places, habits that you know that is not a part of who you called to be. That's where I used to be stuck at, by the way. If y'all notice, I keep zoning in on that. I used to be so stuck there in mediocrity. I did. Because I was like, ain't nothing better for me. I might as well just stay in these toxic relationships. There ain't nothing better for me. I might as well just settle in these environments and don't choose better. But then as God has woken me up, y'all, to the victorious me, and it's for y'all, this testimony is for you. It's not that you better than people. It's not. And sometimes you'll get talked to as if people will say stuff to you like, oh, you just think you better. It is not that you think you better. It's just that you knew that settling, it wasn't working for you. That being stuck, you being treated like a doormat, woo, it wasn't working for you. And that's what God wants you to see on tonight. God said you are not a doormat. God said you are not a victim of your past. Woo. God said you are not what the world said you was. And I did it like that with an attitude. Because that's what the world do. It try to bring up your past. But if the world bringing up your past, that lets you know they ain't past your past, but you are. So that's your clear sign and indication if whomever pulling up your past, woo, you still looking at my past? Oh, let me let you be stuck over there in my past. Well, I live in the present. Woo. And prove it to myself. Woo. That I need to say bye-bye to things of my past. Stop listening to things of my past. Because as you keep replaying the old stories of your life, it's going to get engraved in your mind and your spirit that you got to stay there. Woo. But God say, no, I'm calling you new. New creation within Christ Jesus. Woo. God said you are not called to be the old you. Woo. This is for somebody on the night because I was like, God, I'm going to do like 30 minutes. And God like, no, I want you to just talk. Because he said there's somebody out there just settling. Somebody out there just stuck. Somebody out there sleeping on themselves. And he said, daughter, I want you to give it all you got to help wake them up spiritually. Because he said, just like I woke you up, I want you to sound off the alarm and tell them, wake up. It's time for you. Woo. Instead of public service announcement, it's PSA, personal service announcement. You making it personal now. Woo. You making it personal now. And when you make it personal, woo, you ain't posting about it. When you make it personal, you getting for real. When you make it personal, you start zoning in. When you start making it personal, you start getting serious. I want you to think about something in your life right now that you don't play about. maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your car, whatever your favorite thing, your favorite sporting event. What is that thing you don't play about? God say that's how he wants you to feel about your new identity within him. Woo! Because we be so, God say, because I got to shift y'all mind, so I got to bring it in that way. Sometimes we be so excited about certain things, and God say that's superficial, because that could go away. Woo! But your identity in God, once he wake you up to your victorious one identity, there ain't no turning back. Woo! Because there's times, y'all, because I'm human, I be like, God, what word you want me to tell him? Because he literally told me this is my purpose. And he always give me the word. He always give me the strength. He always give me the endurance to do what I'm doing right now. And I love it that God has trained me to say, daughter, it is not about being perfect. Daughter, it's not about the number of people that pop up on the screen. Daughter, I just need you to do what I told you to do. Woo! And I'm telling y'all the same thing. The secret to your success, the secret to you becoming victorious is becoming relentless. Meaning, when you on your journey of growing and becoming, and you literally zoning in because you hungry for that thing, because you sleeping, being stuck and settling, it just wasn't working for you. You like, whoever fall off, I love them. Like my coach Latoya kids say, I love them. God bless them. But they had to go. Woo! And it don't feel good, y'all, because you like, I always thought they was going to be a part of my story. But God like, no. They played their part in your story, and they gone. But God say, think about you. You the main character of your story. You still in your story. Because sometimes we be trying to stay in seasons, in relationships, and God say, I told you to say bye-bye to that. Ooh. So you can say hello to what I got for you. And like I said, I just want my life to be a living testimony for y'all, because God, he made it hard on me. And I know it was God, because y'all, I was trying to hold on to broken relationships, and God say, this thing getting a little rocky. This thing getting a little shaky. We be praying for relationships to work, and God said, it's getting worse, ain't it? Ooh. And we be out here mad at God. We're like, God, we're praying for this thing to work out. Didn't you say in your word, all things work together for the good? We be trying to make the word mean what we think it should mean. Praying for relationships to last, when God say, no, I'm giving you all the signs, all the evidence. Woo, that had to go. It played its part. Because we be trying to build our life on toxic relationships. Putting God all over there in the back burner. Woo. And then when we need him, we taking God off the back burner, trying to put him on the front burner. Woo. And God like, don't be using me. I believe in them moments when we do that, God be like, all right, you only want to use me, call for me, answer to me when you need me. So that's when God has a way, of causing things to be a little shaky, a little shifty. Because he like, you ain't going to have one foot, with me, and your other foot over there in your mess, meaning when we know better. God be like, which side you going to choose? God said, you can't have it both. Come on, we done heard that saying. You can't have your cake and eat it too. God said you can't have your toxicity, and victory too. God said you can't have your mess, come on, and victory too. God said you can't have your new identity victorious, and want to settle and not do the work. I'm just telling y'all what I have learned and what I'm living. We ask for more. And God say, I got you. But what come with You becoming the real victorious you is saying, you know what? Like I said, PSA, personal service announcement. You ain't announcing it on no blogs or no statuses. God may even tell you, get off of that stuff for right now, because I need your full-blown attention. That's when I got for real. God said, I need you off of that. And I need you over here with me. Because God, like, you keep putting these relationships up here on these pedestals. You keep putting these people up here on these pedestals. You keep on putting all this stuff up here. Woo! And you ain't seeing the shift. So on tonight, if God is telling you that, God, like, you keep trying to put me on the front burner. Come on. When you need me. But God said, I need to always stay on the front burner. Woo! Because God said, with me on the front burner, you will never lose. God said, with him on the front burner, keeping him on the front burner, we will never lose. So on tonight, make the personal service announcement to you. It's something about when you quietly start making the moves, becoming a victorious you. That means you ain't doing no more talking. Now you making the moves to doing the walk. And you may say, what's the walk? Y'all tune in to these videos, and soon, like I said, I'll start back coaching y'all. But these videos are going to help y'all. And I'm so grateful God has put my life in a position to where I'm able to pour into doing what I do for him. Meaning, God has taken my story, y'all. Ooh, and I say that because that's what he has done. And said, now I need you to take the things that you learned, the fires that you've been through, the stuff that you put yourself through, that I helped raise you out of, that I helped unlock you from, and I want you to go share the information, and it's free information. We be out here trying to pay for all this information and looking it from here, and God say, the information is free. And when I went here, I'm like, what do you mean by that? God gives us the information, but we have to take his word. And when we take his word and when we live it out, we start seeing that everything we have been seeking, everything that we wanted, it was always available to us. I would hear that, y'all, and I didn't quite understand that at the beginning of my growth. It was always available to me. What? Freedom, peace, victory. Woo! What has always been free to you? Peace, freedom, victory has always been yours. But we be so wrapped up in the bondages of the world that we don't know how to be to free us. But God is so great that he wakes us up to who we called to be. Even when we feel like nobody else picking us, choosing. God say, I chose you to be you. Authentically, boldly, courageously. Talk the way you talk, Nisha. Do what God called you to do, Brother Keith. Even if ain't nobody else cheering for you. God is up there saying, look at my child. Woo! Look at him. Look at him. And that's the biggest cheerleader you can have, because think about it. The worldly cheerleaders, they can turn on you. They cannot check on you. They cannot validate, or they can come whenever they feel like they want to tag you in. But the beauty about God, like I said, y'all, having him on the front burner, he be right there cheering you on. He be right there pushing you along. He be right there giving you the strength. He be right there giving you the wisdom. He be right there leading the way. And you be like, look at you, God. And God be like, look at you. So on tonight, like I said, this word was literally for me to come up here and tell you, you're supposed. I got to drag it out like that. You are supposed to change into the victorious you. You're supposed to change. So my prayer tonight for you, yes, you, is even from today until this time next year, I want you to be able to look at your story and say, you know what? I took that word that Monica Stokes, God and Monica Stoker, this all God, y'all. What Holy Spirit put in her spirit to tell me, personal service announcement to me. I'm supposed to be the victorious me. So I got to block out the noise of the world. Woo! God say it again. I got to block out what the world said I couldn't do. Woo! And turn up the noise of what God said I can do. Because that's often the blocks too, y'all. We have all the noise listening to what the world said. And you got to turn up what God says about you. And that's something we have to do each and every day, y'all. That's something I have to do each and every day. If I'm watching something, if I'm listening to something, if it's louder than what God is saying about me, block, turn that off, silence that. That is not what God says about me. God says I'm the head and not the tail. God says I am victorious and not a victim of my past. God says he looks at my heart, not the outer appearance. God says that he gonna take me from the dark and put me into the marvelous light. God said that I will go before you. God said that I love you. That's what God said. So if anything outside of that is speaking louder, that is your sign to say, hold on, that gotta go. Woo. It gotta go. And I don't want you to question it. So that ain't God talk over there. Woo. That ain't God talk. So I need to put myself in environments where they're talking about God, where they're talking about realness. And that's when you're going to start seeing the fruit of your life change. And right now you looking at your life and you like, where is the sweet stuff? Where's the fruit? God say, I first need you to take this seed of betting on yourself. I need you to take this seed of having hope within yourself. I need you to take this seed of growth. I need you to take this seed of taking this chance on yourself. I need you to take this seed of saying, I ain't going to be perfect with this thing, but I'm going to make progress. And what you going to do with that seed? You are going to start watering it. You're going to start watering the hope that you want for your life. You're going to start watering that victory you want for your life. You're going to start watering your mind things of God. You're going to start watering and listening. That way you can grow. And you got to be in the right environment, by the way, because every tree don't grow in the same environment. So God said you make sure you grow where it's fruit already there. That's why I tell y'all the realness of my life. I don't hide my past. I need y'all to know about the brokenness I used to be in. I need y'all to know the identity I used to have. Because that's what's going to break you free. I used to settle waiting on what other people thought how I should move. But God. And that's the same thing with you. God did not bring y'all on this channel by accident. He didn't. Because when I started this channel, I believe like 3 years ago, y'all, maybe 4, he told me, daughter, and I didn't even know how all this thing was going to work together. I just started being intentional with what God told me to do, y'all. It's times I done came on here with work clothes on. It's times I done came on here. There go Brittany. Hey, beautiful. It's times I've came on here, y'all, going through you know what behind the scenes. But God said, that don't stop your purpose. Because I know what God told me to do. So that's the same thing with you. You don't need all these words of validation from other people. God just puts individuals like myself in place to help wake you up to what's already in you. So I don't want you to look at nobody like they got it all together. Oh, I need to have a victory like them. I need to look like them. I need to talk like them. I need to have all what they have. They may not even have all what you think that they have. Woo! It's when you get in a lane of focus. It's when you get in a lane of intentionality. It's when you get in a lane of God and you. It's when you get in a lane of, oh, that gotta go. It's when you get in a lane of, I gotta be for real. It's when you get in a lane saying this sleeping, this being stuck, this settling, it ain't working for me. Woo! And when you get it, you like, you know what? It's time for me to really believe in what God has believed in me for. Talking to y'all. And that's where I'm at in my life. For so long, I sat, settling, sleep. Because I didn't know I could be who God called me to be. Ooh. But I'm so grateful He has brought individuals in my story to help wake me up. Because that's what y'all need. We have to be around people that's really going to tell us what it looked like to get the victory. To tell us what it looked like and what it feel like. Because it don't feel good to grow, y'all. Woo! Because sometimes we be so stuck in chaos, we be used to it. And we like, I'm scared. That was me. I was scared to get out of broken relationships because I thought I had to be with somebody. I thought I had to stay the mediocre to me. Because I'm like, what if they say that about me? What if they pick at that? No. What if? What if? They talking about a child of God. So what if? Let God handle your lightweight. You too busy anyway. Don't let the opinions of other people stop you. If they got a negative opinion, that's the reflection that they have about themselves. I'm just telling y'all some stuff that I'm living. Because I used to be stuck. Because I'm like, what if they say that? What? God say, what if? Let them talk. Because it's when you wake up to your identity in God. You like, I shouldn't expect people to misunderstand me. Just know that come with the territory. Know that the world is going to misunderstand you. Know that. Why? Because you woke up to who God called you to be. Whew. Victorious ones do not move like the world. Victorious ones do not talk like the world. Victorious ones do not look like the world. Meaning, you're supposed to be set apart. Because when the world look at you, whoo, they may say what they say, whoo, but only if they knew. They talking about, whoo, who God may have sought in position to help them out. And I'm saying that to y'all because I've been in those type of situations. You like, God, why are they talking about me? God, why they got a problem with me? And when you start dissecting it with God, you start understanding, oh, I was set apart. So they recognize it, but they looking at it from a worldly perspective. Oh, because I don't look like them. Woo, because I ain't over there gossiping like them. Oh, because I'm not over here lying, backbiting, cheating like them. Maybe the oldest. But now God convicts us and tell us, that character you got now, I'm watching you. I hold you to a different standard. And that's where victory come in at. God watches and tests us through things like that. He like, how bad do you really want the victory of being the new you? God say the new you has to move differently. And it's going to come with tests. Meaning, you may be put in environments where they may be doing what they do, like the world. Woo! And you know that God ain't set you up like that. So since you're not blending in with the world, you become the target. But the thing about God He'll give you the strength and the wisdom to understand you was never assigned to sit over there and fit in, to blend in. You was always picked to be different. And I can think about all my life, I had always been different. Y'all know the word they use, the black sheep. I never knew why until I woke up. Y'all excuse me, my allergies trying to act up. I never knew why until I woke up to who God has called me to be. And when you wake up to him, when you wake up to her, you'll be like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it. Now I get when I go into rooms and the atmosphere shift. Meaning you ain't talking, but you may go in a room and you like to talk and be the light and happy, and everybody else may be looking like. But God said, be who I called you to be. I sent you in there to be the light. So if they talk about the light, God say they cannot dim you. Think about them stars. Like right now it's evening time. That darkness does not overshadow the light. Whoo! And think about it. It's little bitty stars up in the sky, but you can still see them. So that's what God's saying with our light. It may seem itty bitty, like this little light of mine. God say, and you let it shine. Y'all know that little song, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. God say the same with you. And your shine is not always talking. Your shine can simply be the you, meaning you moving differently. That's what I was saying about you may become the target. Oh, she just thinks she better. Oh, he think he better. And it's not that. You just knew that you couldn't settle and be who you used to be because it wasn't working for you. So make the personal service announcement and say, you know what? I take the challenge. Woo! You making a challenge for you. Y'all know we made New Year's resolutions. Y'all excuse me. Let me drink me some water. I done picked this water up like 3 times. And I do want to welcome all of y'all. I appreciate all of y'all that always show up. When y'all don't show up, meaning y'all can't catch the lives, which I get it because we all live life. I literally come up here when God be like, all right, daughter, I need you to go speak. And that's what I do, y'all. I don't come up here and I have to keep telling y'all the real. To be perfect, God just be like, daughter, you got a word in you, you need to share it. Because like I said, I remember a time in my life when I was sitting in darkness and I needed the light to show up for me. Ooh, I'm trying not to tear up as I say that. So it's like a domino effect. God has woken me up, y'all, to my identity. So now I'm here to purposely show y'all what it looked like, what it feel like, what it looked like. I'm not going to tell y'all that it ain't going to come without a fight. Woo! But the beauty in all the fights that I have fought in spiritually, it has helped me to understand the inner strength that I never thought I had. So you may be going through a storm today and you like, God, what's going on? Or you may be going through a situation where certain people falling out of your life. You may be going through a situation like I did. When all you know what felt like it was breaking loose when you really knew that you had to become the new you. Whew. But let me tell you something. It's always an after this moment. God say, after that storm that you going through, you going to understand why you had to go through it. It may be building your character. It may be building your heart posture. It may be building your faith in God. I done been through storms like that. And I'm like, God, what is going on? And I had to push through them storms, y'all. And how did I push through it? I cried through them. How did I push through them? I had to praise my way through them. How did I push through them? I ain't wait on other people. I just got personal with God. And even through those storms, it helped me to understand. It don't take me waiting on other people. It take me to understand the one person that will never leave me nor forsake me. So if you on tonight, this must be for somebody, y'all, because I'm like, I gotta keep talking about this. If you feeling like you gotta have certain people in your life, because you like, I gotta have them. If it's like a drug to you, and you like, I gotta have them in my life. And you know God is It's like pulling you apart, and you keep trying to make it work, and you know it's God, woo, that's pulling you out. That's when you got to take your fleshly desires out the equation. And you have to allow God to come in and allow what he need to do in that situation. When you start to really release certain things, and like I said, y'all, this ain't no easy process. Woo! Think about a baby being delivered. It's messy. It ain't pretty. But that's what God do with us when he delivers us out of our mess. It ain't pretty. Woo! It ain't. But then the baby come out all beautiful and all that good stuff. So that's what God is saying with us. I got to deliver all of that. It got the messy part got to go. Woo! Because I can remember, y'all, when I was in seasons like, God, when am I going to be okay with being single? And now I'm okay with it. Not to say one day I don't want the husband God has for me. But now I know what it comes with. And God has had to build me into who I needed to be for him. Woo! Talking about God himself. We be trying to build ourselves to be in certain relationships. And God say, I ain't build you for that. I'm building you to be who I called you to be. So when the right person comes, y'all can make an impact together. Y'all can make a difference together. You ain't out here trying to build a boo. I heard somebody say that before, and I said, now that's good. We be out here trying to build a boo. And God, like, that ain't your assignment. That's not your job. We be trying to make things work, and God, like, I'm causing all havoc to break off. I said, God, sometimes we be like, look at the devil, keep trying to mess this up. And God, like, nah. God, like, that ain't the devil. When we like, I want to be the new me. I'm ready to be the new victorious me. I'm ready to make the new decisions. Y'all just know when you say that type of stuff, and you notice as I say it, and I'm saying I get tested the same way. So I ain't never beyond the stuff I tell y'all. If anything, I believe God be testing me the most. Because he like, you going to grow through these tests so you can go out here and you can tell the victorious ones that it don't feel good. Woo! But, woo, you come out on the other side and you able to see why you had to grow through that situation. Why you had to grow through that persecution. Why you had to grow through that being misunderstood. Because it teaches you. Y'all hear me out now. It teaches you how to be unshakable. It teaches you how to be unmovable. It teaches and it trains you how to be unbreakable. That's what it teaches you when you go through those storms. It teaches you how to be unbreakable, unmovable, unstoppable. God teaches you endurance during those seasons. But you got to outlast them. Woo! And when you outlast them, you're going to be so grateful. Because you're going to say, all along, God built me for this. Woo! So y'all, I actually got to go. I got a phone call. One of the boys called me, so I'm sure they getting off work. But y'all be blessed. And I hate to end the live, but that's my sign to go. I gave y'all what God gave me to pour into y'all on tonight. If y'all didn't watch the whole video, I love how you can come back and rewatch it. I did not know I was going to be on here this long tonight, but God said, I just need you to speak. So what God is telling you, he just needs you to make the decision. Because you're not supposed to be the same you next year. So I challenge you to say, you know what? I'm about to start growing. I'm about to start focusing. I'm about to start locking in. I'm about to start really stop trying to make stuff work that God didn't ordain. Woo! I'm about to let these growing pains do what they do. Woo! But I ain't going to stay stuck. I'm not going to stay settled. And I'm not going to stay sleeping on myself. Because I've been doing that for too long. It's time for me to wake up talking to you and become the victorious you. So y'all be blessed and encouraged on tonight. And once again, I appreciate all of y'all. That's a part of my purpose. That's me coming up here when I'm able to give y'all the word that God has given me. Y'all be blessed and y'all continue to grow. Make the personal decision between you and God on tonight. You will not regret it, all right? Y'all be blessed. It's been your motivational speaker for the kingdom of God, Monica Stokes. Y'all be blessed.